Assalamu alaikum everyone. In this video we are going to discuss very short but important topic, that is atrial flutter. So what is atrial flutter? In this case there is a single irritable ectopic focus which is present within the atrium and fires continuously like a circuit within the atrium at the rate of about 300 beats per minute, but usually it is associated with AV nodal block, and due to AV nodal delay and AV nodal blocks association, so there is a 3 to 4 atrial contractions, but due to blockage there is a 1 ventricular contraction after 3 to 4 atrial contractions. So the atrial rate in this case is about 300 beats per minute, but the ventricular rate is less than 150 beats per minute because of its association with the AV nodal block. But here in this case there is a regular atrial contraction, unlike the atrial fibrillation in which there is a irregular rhythms and irregular contractions. Now come to its causes. The causes includes heart failure, which is one of the common cause of atrial flutter, and the other causes includes coronary artery diseases, rheumatic heart diseases, pulmonary diseases like COPD or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, hypoxic states, and congenital defects, which includes atrial septal defect. And the other causes and the risk factors are almost same as that of the atrial fibrillation. We have discussed the atrial fibrillation in the previous lecture. Now come to the sign and symptoms or the clinical features. Most of the patients are asymptomatic, but in some cases due to severe electrical activity the patient feels palpitations and syncope. This syncope is due to low perfusion of the brain because of ineffective ventricular contractions, and lightheadedness because of the same reason, because of reduced cardiac output due to ineffective contractions of the ventricle. Now come to its diagnosis. There are two methods for its diagnosis. First is carotid sinus pressure. When there is an increased carotid sinus pressure by the carotid sinus massage, as we know that by massaging the carotid sinus there is a discharge of parasympathetic activity and there is a slowdown of adrenergic activity. So due to increased parasympathetic activity there is more AV nodal blockage. Due to more AV nodal blockage at this case, so these flutter waves becomes more prominent, and the same mechanism applied by giving the patient IV adenosine. This adenosine is basically has blocking effect on the AV node. It reduces the activity of the AV node. So due to blockage at the AV node, these flutter waves becomes more prominent and more visible on the ECG. Now come to the ECG changes. The rhythm in this case is regular, that after 3 to 4 P waves or 3 to 4 atrial contraction, there is one QRS complex. That the distance between the QRS complexes is same, but there is a sawtooth pattern appearance or the sawtooth flutter waves in the ECG. Now look at the ECG of the atrial flutter. As you can see here, there are 3 P waves and then again one QRS complex, then 3 P waves and one QRS complex, and the distance between the QRS complex is same in all these leads. So this is atrial flutter waves are more prominent in the inferior leads, that is lead number 2, lead 3 and lead number ABF, and these changes are more prominent. Basically the P waves are sawtooth, giving the sawtooth pattern. As you can see here, these are the 3 P waves, and then due to the AV nodal delay or AV nodal block, then one QRS complex after the 3 atrial contractions or 3 P waves. So in short we can say that it is giving the sawtooth pattern of sawtooth appearance in the ECG. So this is the ECG of atrial flutter. Now last but not least, come to the management. The management steps of the atrial flutter are almost same as that of the atrial fibrillation. The three basic steps includes that first, control the rate by giving the patient beta blockers or the calcium channel blockers are the alternative options, and give the patient anticoagulant to prevent the thromboembolism, and DC cardioversion to normalize the rhythm. So these three are the basic steps which can be applied in case of atrial flutter treatment, which is basically the same as that of atrial fibrillation. So this was whole about the atrial flutter. Thank you so much for watching this video.